Hey everyone. Good morning, happy Friday. Thank you for joining me for a 60-minute deep stretch and flow. If you have any blocks, go ahead and grab them. If you would like, grab a blanket or a towel, because we will be using some props this morning. If you don't have props, it's okay, no big deal. And I'll just give you different options. So before we get started, we have a couple of minutes. Just start to find a comfortable seat and allow your hands to rest on your thighs and close your eyes. And really just start to connect to your breath, connecting to your mat, connecting to the space that you are in. And really start to set that intention as we take a couple minutes here for others to join us. Setting that intention of allowing yourself to let go. And I've been saying this a lot. I think more so because it's what I'm needing to do. And that's been extremely hard for a while for me, is letting go of trying to control things, situations, my practice, my time, the things that I do, my feelings mainly, and really trying to definitely control how I'm feeling, regardless if it's negative or, I don't want to say of course not positive, but anything that is different or uncomfortable for me. I tend to, with my feelings, attach it to something, and I really run with it. And with running with it, I feel like I have somewhat of control, but it's really not. It's holding on to a lot of fear, holding on to, in a way, I guess it is just fear, really, that we attach control to and worrying. And I'm reading about that this week with ahimsa, and we're going over the yamas this weekend, my teacher training via Zoom, and worrying and fear. It is very harming to us. It's very harming to others. And so that is kind of like what I've been trying to, as I enter this weekend or kind of enter this next phase of what's going on around us, is practicing ahimsa, of trying not to worry, of trying not to necessarily have that fear, or letting go of that control that I feel like I need to have, because I use that kind of as like my security blanket. So practicing ahimsa on the mat, really listen to your body this morning, do what feels good, really connect to your breath, really focus inward, noticing how you're feeling, letting go, noticing what you're bringing to the mat this morning. If you are bringing anything that you're worrying about, that you're fearful of, the feelings that you may be carrying around all week, or maybe during this entire time, allow it to fall off you this morning. Allow it to fall off of you this hour. And even if for whatever reason it's picked right back up whenever you step off the mat, that's okay. But it's just becoming aware. And that's something that the lesson that I have definitely been taught this week, of being aware of how I'm harming myself, how I'm harming others with fear and with worrying. Because because all it is really just trying to control and having a lot of doubt. So it is about that time. Two options with how we are centering, and I want to keep my deep stretch and flow classes very close to, very low to the mat. We do a lot of sequencing with the standing postures, with all levels, with power. So it's going to be very stretchy, flowy, and then holding some stretches. And I think by Friday, it's much needed, especially if you've been practicing these classes online all week. Take some time to really just kind of ground yourself. So if you have blocks, if you take my class, we do this quite often. So with both of your blocks, the block that is closest to the back of your mat, have it on the tallest height. The block that is closest towards you, have it on the medium height. And this is going to be right there in your thoracic spine. So right there where your shoulder blades are. Ladies, it's right there where your bra strap, your sports bra, whatever, kind of hit. And allow the back of your head to just kind of drop down. If you don't have blocks, no big deal. You just won't use blocks and you'll recline all the way down. But the legs are going to be the same. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana. So with dropping down, regardless if you're on blocks or not, and just kind of let that go if you don't have blocks, no big deal. Bring the soles of your feet together. Walk your heels in towards you. Allow your knees to drop. Take your arms out to the side, palms facing up. Closing your eyes here. So you're either laid over blocks in Supine Baddha Konasana, bound angle, or you're just reclined, bound angle without the blocks. And really have the arms out. Allow the tops of your hands to sink down into your floor. Take a couple minutes here before we start to move to go back to that intention. With hearing that word, ahimsa, what that means to you, and ahimsa, it means non-harming. And of course, we think about that physically, about what I've been honing in on, with how we harm ourselves, how we harm others, with bringing worry, bringing fear, which leads to doubt, lack of faith, not trusting in yourself, not trusting others. Asking yourself what ahimsa means to you, off the mat, on the mat. Let's all reach our arms up above our head. You don't have to be on the blocks to do this, so reaching the arms up above the head. Grab hold of opposite elbows with your hands and just allow your arms to fall back. So if you are laying on blocks, try not to have your chin tilted towards the ceiling. Just have your chin in neutral. Start to really breathe into your lower back. Breathing into your chest as well as your shoulders. Taking 5 more inhales, 5 more exhales here. Reach your arms up above your head, spread your fingers, and switch. So opposite hands, opposite elbows. Allow your arms to fall back, allow your arms to fall back to your mat. Keep breathing into your lower back, breathing into your hips, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your forehead. Slowly reach your arms up above your head. Round your arms down by your side. Take your hands to the outside of your thighs and slowly draw your knees together. Soles of the feet flat down to your mat. If you're on blocks, press into your elbows, your forearms, and your palms and come up to seated. We're going to recline straight back down. So if you weren't on blocks, just stay grounded on your mat. Let's all extend our legs long. Inhale our arms up above our head. Interlace the fingers, take a full body stretch. Hug your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, rock from side to side. Take your hands to your knees and just kind of move in one direction. So massaging your tailbone, your lower back, just kind of lubricating your hips, going in one direction here. And then slowly go in the opposite direction. From here, eyes can be open or closed, whatever feels good to you. And then finding neutral, coming back through center. Keep the knees hugged in, extend your arms out to a T. Relax your shoulders as well as your shoulder blades. Dropping both knees over to your right. Taking your right hand on top of your left leg. Drop the left shoulder down and turn to face your left hand. And breathe here. Draw your knees back through center. Dropping both knees over to your left, taking the left hand on top of the right leg, dropping your right shoulder back down, gazing towards your right hand. Draw your knees back through center. Rock it up to seated. Inhale your arms up. Take your left hand down to the floor, right arm over your right ear, opening up through the right shoulder. Inhale the arms up. Right hand goes down, left arm over your left ear. So really opening up through the left shoulder, stretching through the left fingertips, navel drum in. Inhale the arms up, Hands to the heart, open the arms out wide, eagle arms, right arm underneath your left. Fingertips reach up, forearms are away from your nose. Knit your ribs in. Closing your eyes here, let's hold for 10 full inhales, 10 full exhales. Inhale, reach your arms up. Hands to heart center. Open your arms out wide. Take your left arm underneath your right. Eagle arms, reach your fingertips up. Forearms are away from your nose. Knit your ribs in. Holding here for 10 full inhales, 10 full exhales. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Interlace the fingers back behind you. Palms come together, open up your chest. So really focus on squeezing the shoulder blades, navel drawn in. If you would like, drop the knuckles down, relax your head back. Head back to neutral. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Hands to the heart. Child's pose. So walking the feet back, take your knees wide, big toes to touch. Reach your fingertips towards the top, relax your forehead. Full inhale, tabletop position, hands to knees. Round your back, cat. Full inhale, slowly arch. Neutral spine, lower all the way down. Excuse me. Cobra lifting up. Exhale it down. Child's pose, sit it back. Tabletop position, slowly stretch around. Full inhale, arch. Neutral spine, lowering all the way down. Cobra lifting up. Just waking up the lower back. Exhale. Child's pose, sit it back. Rounded up, cat. Inhale, slowly arch. Neutral spine, lowering all the way down. Cobra lifting up. Exhale it down. Child's pose, sit it back. One more time, round. Inhale, arch. Neutral spine, lowering all the way down. Cobra lifting up. Exhale it down. Child's pose, sit it back. Walk your hands over to the right, lifting the tailbone. Drop your tailbone closer towards your left heel. Dropping your left shoulder down, fingers spread wide. Walk your hands over to the left. Lifting your tailbone, wrap your tailbone closer towards your right heel. Navel drawn in. Keep dropping the right shoulder down. Back through center. Downward facing dog. From here, start to pedal out your feet, moving your body in any way that feels good to you. And take your feet wide. Keep leaning the chest back. Maybe bend your knees, moving your hips from side to side. Whatever feels good to you. Bring your big toes to touch, arms stay straight, keep pressing down into your mat. Come onto the balls of your feet and slowly walk. So keep pressing down. Bring your feet in between your hands, grabbing hold of opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Releasing your hands down by your feet, round it up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Full inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Stepping your left foot back. Drop down to your left knee, untuck your left toes, keep the hands grounded. If you need blocks here, go ahead and grab them. We're gonna gaze up. So if you have the space, try to slide your hands back and keep them on your mat. If they are not touching the mat, you can either grab your blocks and hold them here, or you can have your hands closer towards your foot. Tucking your back toes, inhale the arms up, sink into your right knee even deeper. Framing your right foot, half split, straightening the right leg, exhale, forward fold. So again, if you have blocks and wish to use them, you can grab your blocks, folding forward. Halfway lift. Bend into your right knee, picking your left knee up, half moon. So either using the block for your half moon or fingertips down to the mat. So I want you to focus with your half moon of opening up your left hip. So of course with half moon, and people make fun of me because this is like my favorite posture, of course we're balancing, but at the same time we are opening up our outer hip as well as our hip flexor. Dropping your left hand down, come back into your low lunge. Keep the back toes tucked, inhale the arms up. Frame. Three-legged dog. Keeping your leg lifted, try to have it as straight as possible. Right knee, right tricep. Bring it back. Right knee, right tricep, 2 more times. Exhale, inhale it back. Right knee, right tricep. Bring it back. Dropping your right foot down, undulate forward, find your plank. Pressing back through the heels. Use your knees if you would like. If not, keep the knees lifted, lower all the way down. Cobra lifting up. Exhale it down. Child's pose. So staying low to the mat this morning. Downward facing dog. With your inhale, lifting your left leg. Bend your left knee, open up the hip. Three-legged dog, pointing through the left toes. With the exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale back. Left knee, left tricep. Inhale it back. Left knee, left tricep. Inhale it back. Low lunge. Dropping the right knee, untuck the right toes. Take your hands where it feels good to you. Tucking your back toes. Inhale your arms up. Frame your left foot, half split, straightening the left leg. Grab your blocks if you would like. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your left knee, lifting your right knee up. Use your block if you would like. If not, fingertips down to the floor, half moon. Navel drawn in, keep pressing through the left heel, reaching up through the right fingertips. Right hand goes down, low lunge, keeping the back toes tucked. Inhale the arms up. Forward fold at the top of your mat. So just a different Surya Namaskar C variation. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Let's continue with this. Exhale all the way down. Lengthen. Right foot steps back. Low lunge. Tucking the back toes, inhale the arms up. Half split. Walking the hands back, folding forward. Slowly bend into your left knee, picking your right knee up, half moon. So either using your block or fingertips down, stacking the right hip on top of the left. Low lunge, taking your time, back toes stay tucked, inhale. Frame, three-legged dog. Keep your right leg straight, pointing through, keep your left leg straight, pointing through the left toes, left knee, left tricep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lower the left foot, undulate forward. Knees up or down, lowering all the way down. Cobra lifting up. Exhale down. Child's pose, sit it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your right leg. Bend your right knee, open up your hip. Straightening your right leg, pointing through the right toes. With the exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale back. Exhale 2 more times. Exhale. Low lunge. Untucking the back toes. Open. Now tucking your back toes, inhale the arms up. Half split. Exhale, fold. Bend into your right knee, lifting your left knee up, half moon. So noticing the difference between sides, as far as balance, as far as strength, as far as feeling open, just notice. Low lunge. Forward fold. the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to the heart. Full inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa through. Taking your vinyasa here. Coming high on your toes, bend your knees, jump. Be playful with it, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway lift. Separate jump back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Take a full inhale. Complete exhale. Feet together, high on your toes, bend your knees, jump. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to the heart. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway lift. Vinyasa through. Adding a little bit more flow. Lifting your right leg. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Bring your right foot to your right thumb. Keep your back knee lifted, high on your fingertips. Slowly reach your arms forward. So you are kind of relaxing your torso on your right thigh. Keep shifting your right hip back. Try not to grip in your right toes and straighten the left leg. Staying with your breath. Keep reaching the fingertips forward, soften the shoulder blades down your back. Right knee is tracking over the right ankle. Frame your right foot, straighten your right leg. Keep the back heel lifted. So again, you can grab your blocks here to bring the earth to you. Keep folding over the right leg. Halfway lift. Walk your hands to the outside of your right foot. Point your toes to the long edge of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. So you are on the knife edge of your feet. So the inner arches are lifted. The right leg is in front of the left leg and you are folding forward. Maybe palms are flat, maybe you're using your block. Breathing into your IT band. Walking your hands back through center, stepping the left foot back even further, sink into your right knee, gaze up. Plant the hands, three-legged dog. Dropping the right foot, undulate forward, find your plank. Lower all the way down. Extending your right arm out, lifting your left leg up, drop it over. Intense shoulder stretch, so relax your head. Taking the left sole of the foot flat down to the floor. Reach your left arm up, drop it back behind you. Left arm reaches up, bring it back down to the mat, coming back through center, sliding the right hand by your chest, extending the left arm out, lifting your right leg up, roll it over. Relaxing your head, right sole of the foot is flat down to the mat. Lifting your right arm, drop it back behind you. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Bring it back down to the mat. Framing your chest, cobra lift. Exhale. Child's pose, sit it back. Downward facing dog. Second side. Lifting your left leg. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Taking your time, bring your left foot to your left thumb. Pressing into the ball of your right foot. Either keep your fingertips down or you can grab your blocks to start. And then resting your torso on your left thigh, pressing into the back foot, reach your arms forward. So really trying to keep shifting your left hip back, having the left knee in line with your left ankle, trying not to grip into your left toes. Pulling the navel in. Not forgetting about the back leg. Reach it forward, relax the shoulder blades. Take a full inhale. Exhale, frame the left foot. Keep the back heel lifted as you straighten your right leg. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, walking your hands to the outside of your left foot, slowly coming onto the knife edge of your feet. Sorry that my back is to you guys. Exhale, folding forward, stretching out your IT band. So either stay up on your fingertips or flatten your palms as you fold forward. Halfway lift, slowly walk the hands towards the top of the mat, sinking into your left knee, stepping the right foot back, plant the hands, three-legged dog. Dropping the left foot down, undulate forward, find your plank. Pressing through the heels, knees up or down, lower all the way down. Left arm reaches out, lifting the right leg up, roll it over. Lifting your right arm, drop it back. Inhale, right arm up. Bring it back down to the mat, coming back through center. Right arm over. Left leg lifts. Left arm reaches up, drop it back. Inhale. Bring the left hand back down to the mat, back through center, frame the chest, cobra lift up. Keeping the hips down, elbows are bent. Exhale it down. Child's pose, sit it back. Downward facing dog. Start to notice how your body's feeling. Pedaling out through the feet. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Your toes are out, heels are in, walking your hands back and come into a squat. So this is where the blanket comes in. If you notice that as soon as you start to squat down, your heels start to lift. Taking your towel or your blanket, just place the heels on the rounded edge. And that way you're kind of bringing the mat up to you, giving you a little bit more space in your inner thighs and your outer hips. If you already have the space, don't need to use it. Feet are wide, hands to heart center, and we are here. Balance on our hands for a second using some core strength. We're going to come into crow, and we're going to come into this 3 times. So I teach crow a lot in my class, just because it's so important to build that core strength and to really show in this arm balance that you not only need strength with balancing on your hands, but you also need flexibility in your hips, your hamstrings, and especially your hip flexors. So bring the hands down to the mat, big toes to touch. So with crow, and I teach it at different levels, the feet, they don't necessarily have to leave your mat. So I want you to really focus on the inner parts of your knees. As you bring your knees up to your triceps, so sometimes they will hit right here, or for men, and then people with kind of tighter hips, you notice that the knees come to the outer part of your arm. Totally fine, but I want you to focus on kind of like that zipping in, that sinking in. So squeezing the knees and the inner thighs towards each other. I want you to start to feel an engagement in your core and your obliques. With that, that really helps to not put so much weight in your hands and your wrists. And also dumping into your shoulders. So you'll come onto the balls of your feet, high on your tiptoes, palms are flat down. Think chaturanga arms as you draw your elbows back. Lean it forward. So for some people, you're here. So with the toes down, think of squeezing your knees together, drawing your navel in, and then you'll release down. So if you want to practice with lifting the feet up, and of course if you already have crow, go ahead and come into it. So setting up, keeping the toes down, you'll lift one foot, keep pulling the navel in, lifting the other, lifting the other. Then you'll bring it back down. If you have crow in your practice, keep doing it. And lastly, if you want to lift both feet, setting up, lean it forward, lifting the feet, squeezing your knees in towards each other, gripping into the mat with your fingertips, and we're all going to come down. Come into Malasana. Hands to the heart. Taking your palms flat, straighten your legs, point your toes forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Walk it to the top of your mat. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Sit it low in your chair. So reaching the arms forward, sitting it low. Navel drawn in. Hands to heart center, left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Pressing the palms together. Sit the tailbone down, navel drawn in. Holding here for 10. For 9, rock the weight into your heels. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back through center. Sit it lower. Stay with me. Hands to the heart. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Navel drawn in, keep pressing the palms, trying to work that tricep lower towards the left knee. Holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back through center. Straighten the legs, forward fold. Lengthen. Step back into plank. Lower all the way down. Cobra lifting up. Exhale. 2 more times, full inhale. Exhale. Last time, full inhale. Exhale. Child's pose, sit it back. Downward facing dog. Stretch and lift your right leg. Come into lizard on your right side. So really getting into the hips. Keep your right toes pointed towards the top of the mat. Keep your right knee close towards your right shoulder. Either stay on your palms using a block or come down to your forearms. Navel drawn in, tuck your left toes, walk your left knee back. Relaxing your head, relaxing your neck. So again, try not to have the knee tracking over the ankle and really try not to have the knee kind of come back. So if you notice that the lower you get towards the mat, you notice that the knee is doing something a little bit funny, come up a little bit higher. Allow that hip to open up, allowing your left hip flexor to open up. Deepen your breath. Hold here for 10 more inhales, 10 more exhales. Let's do 4 more. Into your hands, let's come into pigeon on the same side. So heel toe the right foot over to the left, dropping your right knee down, making sure that the left leg is straight back, shifting off of the right hip, folding forward. So really dropping down, relax your forehead. Really listening to this hip. If you need to, grab your towel or blanket and place it underneath. Or if you notice that the right hip is open, walking that right heel away from your left hip flexor to help open it up. And of course, if you notice that as you are moving the right foot closer towards the short edge of your mat, that you're starting to roll towards the right outer hip, just bring the heel in a little bit closer. Just allow yourself to be exactly where you are at in the posture. We'll be here for 10 more inhales, 10 more exhales. Really just surrender. Walk your hands towards your right leg, downward facing dog. Pedal out through your feet. If you would like to take a vinyasa, you can. If not, just stay here. Lifting your left leg up. Come into lizard on your left side. So again, keeping the left foot on the mat, left toes are pointed straight ahead, having the left knee tracking over the left ankle. Untuck the back toes, stay either on your palms, using a block, or come down to your forearms. And we will be here. Walking the right knee back. Noticing the difference between sides. For me, my left side is always tighter than my right. So try not to push or pull. Breathing into any area of the body that feels tight. Staying present. Hold here for 10 more inhales, 10 more exhales. Surrendering to the posture. Noticing how this left side feels. Into your palms. Pigeon on the left side. Heel toe the left foot over to the right. Noticing where you are on the side. Tucking your right toes, walking the right knee back. Shifting off of the left hip. Navel drawn in. Walking your hands out away from you. start to deepen your breath. Hands towards the left leg, downward facing dog. Slowly coming out of your pigeon, pedaling out through the feet. Take a vinyasa if you would like. Dropping down to your knees, crossing up the shins, have a seat. Reclining all the way down. So if you have a block, go ahead and grab it. If not, you're going to take bridge, of course, without the block. But if you do have blocks, I would like to invite you to come into supported bridge. So setting up for bridge, and of course, if you don't have blocks, setting up, soles of the feet flat, toes are pointed straight ahead, lifting your hips up. So as you lift the hips up, interlace the fingers, tuck your shoulders underneath. And you'll hold it here for 5 full inhales, 5 full exhales. You'll drop it down, take a breath or two, and then you'll come back up. And we'll do 3 bridges if you do not have blocks. If you do have a block, taking your block to either the medium or the higher side underneath your tailbone. So making sure that you still touch your heels, toes are pointed straight ahead, relaxing the back of your head. So if your bridge is active, again, you'll be doing 3, holding each of your bridge posture for 5 full inhales, 5 full exhales. Let's all hold our last bridge for 5 more inhales, 5 more exhales. Pressing into the soles of your feet. Lifting your hips up, relaxing your tailbone down, moving the block out of the way. Extend your legs up, hug your knees in, rocking from side to side. So finishing our practice with kind of like the way that we started. Arms out to a T, just noticing, dropping the knees over to the right. Gazing towards the left, feeling the difference in your spinal twist. Knees come back through center. Dropping your knees over to the left, turning your head to face the right, feeling the difference in your spinal twist. Knees come back through center, extending your legs long. Arms away from your side body, palms facing up, relaxing your head and your neck, allowing your feet and your legs to be heavy. Take a full inhale through your nose. Empty out through your mouth. Full inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. As you surrender to Shavasana, I invite you to stay here for at least 5 minutes. Eyes are closed, your body's relaxed, allowing yourself to completely let go. And as always, thank you for sharing your time as well as your practice with me this morning. Namaste.